So Arsenal versus Man City ends in a bust-up. If you've not seen it, stick around because we're going to tell you exactly what happened.
Did you see it live, by the way?
I didn't see it live. I saw it after the fact. So, as we all know, Arsenal got the win. They beat City 1-0 with a deflected goal from Martinelli.
And I'm not going to lie, Ederson had that covered, didn't he?
Yeah,
Ederson had that covered. He was just trotting over going, thanks. But I mean, you can't blame Aki, can you, if you're a City fan? Because
no, of course you can't.
He's
City
doing the
weren't
right
great
thing.
either. City would admit they weren't at their best. They were missing Rodri, they're missing De Bruyne. And arguably, you could say that Arsenal were at their best. I thought it was two very good defensive performances.
Yeah. I think that the best result probably there was a draw, if you're looking at the fairest result.
Yeah.
Because both teams weren't great. Both teams are very good defensively. Mm-hmm. But fair play to Arsenal.
You could say that City were lucky to have 11 men on the pitch at the end. Kovacic could have gone for that tackle.
And you know what's nice? No VAR scandal.
VAR. But then you could argue that is a VAR scandal because why didn't they send him off? Because they sent Curtis Jones off. Mate, it gets deeper every week.
It's corrupt! I saw the comments on our VAR video, which, by the way, guys, thanks so much for support. Don't forget, if this is your first time on Football Fans News, subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell because you never know when we're going to release a video. Like, we pop these up whenever we hear the news. So, VAR's corrupt, we've said that. But we're going into the result. The result was 1-0 Arsenal.
Yep.
Okay performances. We sort of said draw is the overall thing that should have happened. What happened at the end of the game then? Because I didn't even see this live. No. So would only our fans in the ground been able to see this?
So Sky Sports did talk about it after.
But you didn't see it?
But you didn't see it straight away, no.
And it's just coming out on videos on Twitter?
Videos on Twitter, and Sky Sports spoke about it in the punditry after. So as the City players left the pitch, Jova, I hope I've said that right, who is a coach for Arsenal. I think he's a set-piece coach for Arsenal, and he used to coach at City. Approached.
When did he leave? When Arteta left?
Potentially, I don't know. You've thrown me under the bus there.
No, I'm just
because they haven't got that research. He approached Kyle Walker to shake his hand at the end of the game. Kyle Walker refused to shake his hand as he reacted angrily to Jova's gesture, squaring up to him. And now it doesn't look great. Without knowing what's been said,
could Kyle Walker be getting a ban from this?
No. So the FA have come out and said no further action will be taken for this. So basically, Kyle Walker's walking off the pitch to go down the tunnel. It looks like the guy puts his hand out to him, but obviously we don't know what's been said. Kyle Walker then reacts angrily, squares up to him, and all of a sudden, this guy, who's not the tallest bloke, is stood like this with Kyle Walker. Erling Haaland comes in as well, and it's like, uh-oh.
Get down there, son.
Exactly. So there was a bit of a scuffle. There was a scuffle between Ben White and Jack Grealish as well. It got a little bit sort of distasteful.
The game, at some points, I thought someone was getting sent off it.
Yeah,
I mean, Kovacic arguably should have been sent off. But I like it. I like it. It reminds me of when I was younger watching United Arsenal. Like, you know what I mean?
It's becoming a bit of a,
it's a proper rivalry,
and that's
between
because
the clubs.
They're the two best teams, arguably the two best teams, the teams that are going to be fighting.
Mate, Spurs are sneaky good.
They do. They are sneaky good.
It is funny how
time will tell,
Harry Kane's left, and now they actually look like they're in contention.
That's a whole different video. But yeah, so this all happened at the end of the game, and everyone was very sort of tight-lipped about it.
So just to clarify, right? So does Kyle Walker walk past him?
Yeah. So he's going to walk down the tunnel.
So he puts his hand out. Kyle Walker ignores it, walks past him, and then
turns.
This guy said something, and Kyle Walker turns.
Yeah, turns and goes and sort of squares up to him. Bit of pushing and shoving. There's even a point where a security guard's got Kyle Walker and shoves the security guard off. It was all very messy, and obviously it all came out on Twitter. Sore losers, this and that, but we don't actually know what's been said. Guardiola in a press conference after was asked if he knows what happened, and he says yes.
Are you going to tell us?
No. Exactly. And it was literally along those lines. It was all sort of brushed under the carpet and left where it was. Now, for me, this goes... Everyone's going to read into it. Everyone reads into City have lost 2 in a row in the league, 3 in a row if you include Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. They've not lost 2 in a row since 2018. Do I think that it's a little bit early to say that there's an issue there? Absolutely. Like, you put Rodri back in that team. Rodri's the best defensive midfielder in the league by a country mile, in the world, arguably. Like,
I mean, Stones looked okay when he came on.
Yeah, but he's coming back. He's not fully fit. Exactly. And I think it's gonna. everything will change when Roger comes back in. Everything will change when De Bruyne comes back in. And same for Arsenal. They'll be even more attacking when Saka's back. But I think you look at those teams, unbelievable. Like the quality in them is just huge, and you can see how much it means to them with things like this happening. Kyle Walker's obviously fuming because of what's happened. Okay, has that guy said something to rally him up? Probably. It seems like he wouldn't react that way if nothing was said.
Yeah, I agree.
But who knows? It's going to be a long season. There's a lot that's going on. Wouldn't surprise me if it's one of these two that wins the league.
I agree.
I do think Spurs will fall off. Sorry, Spurs fans. But make sure you stick here and keep up to date with us for all your football news. It's football fans news. So subscribe, hit the bell, and make sure you like every video.